Chromium, the invisible hero. Everything you need to know about the forgotten element. Chromium is a trace element that is important for the human body. It plays an important role in various metabolic processes and is considered an essential trace element, which means that the body needs it, but not in large quantities. Functions of chromium in the body. Chromium is involved in the regulation of glucose metabolism by supporting insulin activity. Insulin is a hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar levels by promoting the uptake of glucose from the blood into cells. Chromium appears to enhance the action of insulin by activating insulin receptors on cell surfaces and increasing insulin binding to these receptors. Sources of chromium. Chromium is found in many foods, but often in small amounts. Good sources of chromium include whole grains, such as whole wheat bread and pasta, meat, especially beef and poultry, fish, nuts, legumes, and some vegetables such as broccoli and green beans. Daily chromium requirements. The daily requirement for chromium is not precisely established and varies according to age, gender, and individual health conditions. In the United States, the recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for adult men is about 35 micrograms per day and for adult women is about 25 micrograms per day. Chromium deficiency. Chromium deficiency is rare but can occur, especially in people with an unbalanced diet or certain health conditions that affect chromium uptake or absorption. Chromium deficiency can lead to impaired glucose tolerance, which can increase the risk of developing diabetes. However, there is no clear evidence that taking chromium supplements is beneficial in healthy individuals without chromium deficiency. Chromium supplements. Chromium supplements are available on the market and are sometimes promoted to improve blood sugar levels and promote weight loss. However, there is limited scientific evidence that chromium supplements actually have these effects. It is important to discuss taking any supplements with a doctor, especially when it comes to taking chromium supplements, as high doses can be toxic and interactions with certain medications can occur. Safety and side effects. Chromium is generally considered safe when consumed in recommended amounts through food. However, taking high doses of chromium supplements can cause side effects such as stomach upset, headaches, and skin reactions. It is important not to exceed the recommended dosage and to only take chromium supplements under the guidance of a doctor. Conclusion. Chromium is an essential trace element that plays a role in regulating glucose metabolism and is found in a variety of foods. Chromium deficiency is rare, but can occur with an unbalanced diet. Taking chromium supplements is not routinely recommended unless there is a proven deficiency or there is a specific need under medical guidance. A balanced diet with a variety of foods is the best way to get the nutrients you need, including chromium. The most common chromium deficiency symptoms: fear, arteriosclerosis, blood pressure increased, blood sugar fluctuations, blood sugar disorders, in conjunction with insulin, regulates blood sugar, cholesterol problems, diabetes risk, irritability, weight loss, insulin resistance, carbohydrate and lipid metabolism disorder, difficulty concentrating, coordination disorders and a reduced response to sugar, glucose, in the blood, learning disabilities, fatigue, muscle development disturbed, muscle weakness, nervousness, disorders of amino acid metabolism, increased urination, confusion, growth problems. Chromium helps with growth. Dosage. The dosage of chromium as a dietary supplement can vary depending on individual needs and health conditions, but there are some general guidelines to consider. Recommended dietary allowance, RDA. The recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for chromium is about 35 micrograms per day for adult men and about 25 micrograms per day for adult women. These values may vary slightly depending on age, gender, and individual health conditions. Diet. The best source of chromium is a balanced diet rich in whole grains, meat, fish, nuts, legumes and certain vegetables. By eating these foods, most people can meet their daily chromium needs without resorting to supplements. Supplementation. In some cases, chromium supplementation may be considered, particularly when a deficiency has been diagnosed or in individuals with certain health conditions that may affect chromium absorption, such as diabetes. If supplementation is considered, it is important to follow the dosage recommendations on the product label or the instructions of a healthcare provider. Safety considerations. Taking high doses of chromium supplements can cause side effects, so it is important not to exceed the recommended dosage. When taking any supplements, it is advisable to speak with a doctor or nutritionist to ensure they are safe and appropriate for your individual needs. It is important to note that supplements should not be used as a substitute for a balanced diet. A varied diet rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins and healthy fats is the best way to get all the nutrients you need, including chromium. Regarding the intake, it is essential to consult a doctor to discuss the necessity and dosage and to perform a blood test. Which foods contain chromium? Brewer's yeast, broccoli, grapefruit juice, chicken, cheese, veal liver, corn oil, mussels, turkey meat, wheat germ, strawberries, tomatoes, honey, chocolate, meat and meat products, fats, fish, legumes. Which herbs contain chromium? Pepper. Smoothie recipe. Crombina. 50 grams arugula. 70 grams fresh spinach. 2 apples. 250 milliliters orange juice. 2 tomatoes. 4 small kiwis. 90 grams apples. 1 tablespoon honey. Pepper. Pinch. 100 milliliters of mineral water. Put everything together in the blender and then enjoy in a glass. Recipe. Vegetable rice with spices. Ingredients for 1 serving. 50 grams rice. 10 grams fat. Corn oil. 40 grams peas. Chilled vegetables. 1/4 tablespoon salt. 110 milliliters of water. Preparation. Briefly steam the rice in hot fat. Pour water over it. Add peas and rice and steam on a low heat until the water has completely evaporated. Recipe. Various vegetables in the oven. Ingredients for 1 serving. 200 grams frozen vegetables, depending on taste. 1/4 liter vegetable broth. 1 stroke 4 stock cube with 1/4 liter water. 50 milliliters yogurt. 1 egg. 25 grams cheese. Toast cheese. 1 pinch of pepper. 1 tablespoon of oregano. 1 pinch of salt. Preparation. Step 1. For the delicious gratin, preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Step 2. Boil the vegetable stock in a saucepan. Then add the frozen vegetables. Boil briefly. The vegetables must still be firm to the bite. Strain and put in a dish. Slowly mix the yacht, egg and spices and mix over the vegetables. Sprinkle the gratin with cheese and put in the oven for 20 minutes. Step 3. Completion of the dish. Serve the gratin on a plate and garnish with basil. Recipe: spicy vegetable soup with fried toast. Ingredients for 1 serving: 150 grams chilled vegetables, as desired, 1 liter of soup broth, 1/4 onion, 1 teaspoon oil, 1 slice of toast, 1 pinch of nutmeg, marjoram, thyme, salt and pepper, 1 tablespoon butter, 1 pinch of herbs from Provence. Preparation. Step 1. Prepare the soup. In a large saucepan, sauté the onions with the oil until golden brown. Add the chilled vegetables and stir briefly. Add the soup stock and seasonings to taste. Cook on a low heat for around 20 to 30 minutes. Step 2. Preparing the toast slice. Spread butter on both sides of the toast slice. Add the herbes de Provence. Fry on both sides in a non-stick pan. Step 2. Completion of the dish. Serve the soup in a soup bowl with the fried slice of toast. Rights and ownership notice. This audiobook is published and distributed by Testberichtdienste LLC. All copyrights, publishing rights, distribution rights, audio rights, and related intellectual property rights for this work have been lawfully and exclusively acquired by Testberichtdienste LLC. Testberichtdienste LLC is the sole and unrestricted rights holder of this audiobook, including the right to reproduce, distribute, publish, monetize, and publicly perform the content on digital platforms such as YouTube. The original manuscript files, source documents, and contractual acquisition records serve as proof of lawful ownership. The original author and/or their authorized representative, Renovatio LLC, has transferred all relevant rights to Testberichtdienste LLC in accordance with applicable copyright and publishing law. This ownership applies to all current and future uses of this work, including audio, video, and digital publications. Effective date of rights ownership: the 1st of February 2026. Any unauthorized use, reproduction, re-upload, redistribution, or claiming of this content is strictly prohibited. Copyright Testberichtdienste LLC. All rights reserved.